Hey guys, my name is Tia, and I have decided to not get all prettied up and dolled up and give you the ugly me in what I'm going through, and hopefully it will help somebody. I am 45 milligram methadone maintenance for 14 years, cold turkey 13 days ago. So 13 days ago on August the 5th, my last dose was 45 milligrams. Day one, no problems. Methadone is a long-acting opiate. If you're mentally strong, and I know, let me do a sidebar here with the mentally strong thing. I know as an addict, when people would tell me it's all in your head, I would say to them, fuck you. I am physically sick as shit, and there's nothing you can tell me to change my mind. So fuck off. But the more mentally capable I became, the more I saw how I was going to get sick. I was going to have physical withdrawals, but I was making them worse by anticipating them and being scared of them instead of embracing them and trying to get over them. I know that sounds like a really hard thing to do, and it is. It is. It took me, I started taking opiates when I was 19. I'm 40. Just turned 40, and I never thought I would be in this situation at 40. So I moved from one state to another, so changing geographic places has helped a little bit. And when I came here, they don't have a methadone clinic. They have Suboxone here, but I feel like if I take Suboxone, then I'm just going to prolong the inevitable and go through this whole process again. So like I said, I am 13 days into methadone withdrawal, cold turkey, 45 milligrams. Day one was fine. Methadone is a long-acting opioid compared to heroin and other pills, so, the effects were probably still well in me day one. Day two, same thing. Day three, not so bad. Day four. Day four started the flu-like symptoms. My eyes were running so bad. I looked like I was crying. I was constantly yawning. Constantly. It didn't dawn on me that I had never yawned in 14 years on methadone. My eyes wouldn't stop watering. My nose wouldn't stop. I was shaky, very restless, anxious, insomnia, diarrhea, a little bit of nausea, but not too bad. And it was all of the bad symptoms that I knew were coming, but they weren't as bad as before. And I swear it's because mentally, I'm like, I can do this. And I don't know, guys, how to tell you to get there mentally. I wish I did. That video would be a lot more detrimental to you if I could. All I know is I realized that I am 40 years old, and if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And if I don't do it now, I'm never going to be happy, and I'm never going to live my life. And for all I know, I've got 10, 20 years left, if that. And I don't want to be on methadone. I don't want to get up and go to a clinic every day. I don't like being tired all the time and not feeling like you have any energy. Constant fatigue on methadone for me. Methadone maintenance treatment can be very helpful for people, and it was for me because, on heroin, you're out there putting shit in your system that you don't even know what's in it, shooting up, using dirty needles, whatever the case may have been with you. Can't find it, freak out. The legal implications if you're caught are ridiculous. The dangers of being out there like that is dangerous. And being on methadone maintenance takes that away. It gives you your dose every morning faithfully, so you mentally know you're going to be fine and you're able to live your life. I got a nursing degree on methadone. I lost 2 kids to addiction. I had a third that I still have. And I even share with her what I'm going through. She's 15. Whew, she's genetically predispositioned. So I try to be really real with her and let her know what I'm going through sick-wise and why. But that's a whole different story. So, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. The only problem I have now, and this stopped 3 to 5 days into it, all the sweating and the chills and the diarrhea and everything pretty much eased up. My big issue right now is anxiety and restlessness and no sleep. It's 6 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm out here in my car doing a YouTube video because my pounding chest woke me up. And I keep telling myself, it's gonna be okay. You know, I can get through this, but it's so hard every minute of the day with your chest pounding and your heart pounding out of your chest, and I can't breathe. They tell you to exercise, to sweat it out, and to be healthier, and to release dopamine back into your brain. And I can't exercise. I can't fucking breathe. I have the worst anxiety. And I don't know why. Mentally, I was prepared, I thought. So that's why I said, people say it's all in your head. It is to a degree. I will definitely agree with that. At least, especially in my case. It might not be in your case. Everybody's different, but I would never recommend cold turkey off methadone. I've been to urgent clinics trying to find a way to sleep. They can't help me. I've been to the hospital. He can't help me. I can't even get some clonidine prescribed. I can't even get some Zofran prescribed. Zofran not only cures the nausea, but it's supposed to be some kind of neurotransmitter in your brain, like help that too during addiction, that curbs the pain. There are several non-narcotic helpful medications I could be on right now to help me, but no one in this godforsaken fucking state wants to help me. So I got really upset yesterday at the hospital, and I said, you fuckers want to prescribe these opiates and put people on them, but when it comes to coming off of them, you're zero help. Zero help. All you have for us is Suboxone and Methadone. Let's get you addicted to what we got so we can have your money. The Methadone treatment, it's dose and go. You don't get the right psychiatric treatment. No wonder no one ever gets off this shit. And people ask me, well, why don't you go to Suboxone? Because Suboxone is just as bad, except for you have your own prescription. And I'm sorry, I'm an addict. I don't need my own prescription of shit. I was on benzodiazepines, very low dose, just for anxiety, and I fucking abused those because I'm an addict. So, and that benzo withdrawal, it lasted 10 days. And I thought it would be the worst thing I ever went through. That was before I went off methadone. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Being geographically somewhere else helps a lot because I don't crave drugs at all, but I crave not feeling like this. And I know what will help that. Drugs, heroin, opiates. I even went and got kratom. And I took kratom for one day and it didn't do shit. But then I realized if I keep taking this kratom, I'm just going to become addicted to it. And it comes out of your system the same way all this other shit does. It's opiate, receptor shit. So it's just going to prolong the inevitable. So I would not recommend kratom at all. It's addictive, just like everything else. Trust me, guys. I think you figured it out. If it helps, and it makes you feel better, it's fucking bad for you. I figured that out. So, what am I doing to help myself during this wonderful situation? Well, as you can see, I haven't really gotten dressed. I'm in a sweatshirt with another sweater underneath it, with a dress, with pants. Because I am so cold and hot all the time, I wear layers. That helps, because you can take the layers off accordingly. I do notice that a nice hot bath will take away my anxiety, but once I get out of the bathtub, it's back. I even read somewhere that someone put a pillow in a trash bag in a bathtub so that they could sleep all night. I tried cold therapy. It's really hard for me to do because it's extremely uncomfortable, and my tactile stimulations are kind of weird right now because of the way I feel with the methadone withdrawal. The cold therapy, I got in the shower, the cold therapy has been proven to increase your dopamine receptors. The reason we feel anxious and shitty and restless and insomnia and all those wonderful things when we're detoxing from this shit is because the dopamine receptors and our opiate receptors are fucked. Serotonin, other neurotransmitters, adrenaline, norepinephrine, all that shit is just fucked in your brain or not even there anymore. And you've got to start getting it back. It's like a teeter-totter. One end's pain, one end's pleasure. And you've tilted your shit towards the pleasure for so long that the pain is just rearing its ugly head when you're not doing that pleasure shit anymore. So how do you naturally increase your dopamine, right? You exercise, which I actually went and got a job waiting tables. And I actually forced myself to go to work. And I actually have to work tomorrow night, and I'm scared about it because when I'm at work, I feel like this. I just want to run and hide. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to walk. I don't want to hold a tray. I don't want to do anything. I can't. I feel lethargic and fatigued as shit still. Plus, my fucking chest is on fire right now. Like, it fucking sucks, and I can't seem to get rid of it no matter what I do. And sleep? Oh my God, I don't think I've slept in 5 days. Maybe more. Because it's been 13 days since I've been off. I don't even remember anymore. I know that you might fall asleep for an hour, but then boom, 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 wakes you right up. That's what I'm dealing with right now. And I think if I could get some sleep, I'd feel better. But all in all, the symptoms have been less than anticipated, but still very bothersome. Doable, but any day now. Look, I woke up and I looked at the date. I said, okay, it's the 13th. Or it's 13 days because it's the 18th. That means tomorrow is 2 weeks. My anxiety should go away tomorrow because it lasts for 1 to 2 weeks. That's what I'm telling myself. Because the more negative you are, the worse it is. I'm telling you. I go sit in the sun and get some vitamin D. That releases dopamine. I went and did that yesterday. I'm going to try to sit in the sun every day for 20 minutes. The cold therapy, getting in the shower, turning on the warm water, and then gradually making it super cold and at least trying to stay in it for 30 seconds. It really does raise your dopamine levels like heroin. And there's people that feel great euphoria for hours after they do cold. And it helps with your inflammation in your body and everything. So I'm trying to do that. To get my dopamine receptors working again, firing again regularly. And I took a lot of vitamins. I'm taking a lot of vitamins. I'm using Withdrawal, which is a prescription I have that I was prescribed anyway, which is it's an antihistamine that is used for anxiety and agitation. I can't tell you if it's working or not, but I'm still taking it because when I feel like I'm an addict, I swear when I feel like bad, I just reach for something, pills, but luckily these are good pills. So I'm taking every day, every morning when I get up, I take 2 Tylenol, 4 ibuprofen, 2 Withdrawal, 50 milligrams apiece, 2 propranolol, which is a beta blocker that helps with the shakes and it helps with your heart rate that I already had from anxiety previously. I take 2 of those. I take turmeric. Don't know why. Just figured I would. I've got it. Ashwagandha, which is for stress and relief. Stress relief and anxiety, I take that. Look at this. I went to the Dollar Tree and got this. This morning. We've got 2 potassium supplements, 2 magnesium supplements, 2 vitamin C supplements, a vitamin, the Tylenol, the ibuprofen, all that stuff. A little caffeine pill, like a little caffeine natural vitamin B thingy. Try to give me some energy. But I don't think I'm going to take that today because I don't know if it's making my chest worse. I don't want anything caffeinated. Right now, I feel like it would make me fucking crazy. Omeprazole for that's for GERD, but I was taking it anyways, but it does help with your stomach. So I'm taking this smorgasbord every day. The only reason I'm taking all these vitamins is because I've been doing a lot of research online. It helps with my anxiety. And the reason that I'm taking all these pills is because I have researched every one of them, and they're supposed to help me during withdrawal for anxiety, or getting that methadone out of there, or making you feel better, or boosting your dopamine, or whatever it takes. It's in here. At night to try to rest. That's when I get really creative with it. And I'm concocted a bunch of shit that I'm taking, and it does make me tired. It makes my eyes tired as shit. But then I still can't fucking sleep. So it's worse because you're so restless, but you're so, like, out of it from taking melatonin. I take 2 melatonin, 2 Benadryl, 2 Vistaril, a propanolol, and Tylenol and ibuprofen, and my omeprazole at night to try to sleep. All the advice I have for you is don't cold turkey methadone. The only person I've seen successfully get off of it is a person that tapered all the way down 1 milligram a week for like 2 years. And then he got down to 1 milligram and the withdrawal symptoms were very minimal. I cold turkeyed 45 milligrams and I've been on methadone for 14 years. And it's day 13 and my chest is just... and I can't sleep. I have to go back to work tomorrow. It's hell. Every second, I'm like, I'm going to walk out the door and quit. I'm going to walk out that door and quit. Because I can't fucking do this. But I can. And I have to keep telling myself that I can. And so can you. It's only going to last as long as it lasts. And then it won't. I will wake up one day after some sleep. And I will not have anxiety. And when that day comes, I'm going to look back on all this and thankfully not regret it, hopefully. The only way I can get rid of these withdrawals, the doctors don't help. The doctors won't do anything for you. At this point, they will just continue your methadone maintenance, or they'll put you on Suboxone. And if you don't want to be a slave to the medication regimen anymore, then I wouldn't suggest it. Taking all these vitamins, doing the cold therapy, trying to exercise, doing things to increase my endorphins and my norepinephrine and my serotonin levels and my dopamine levels naturally helps. I'm telling you, it helps a lot. My chest, if I sit around here all day and let my chest fucking pound out of my heart, I can't do it. I have to go and I have to figure out, okay, let's go in a cold shower, or let's get in a hot bath, or let's go sit in the sun, or let's go exercise, or do something, distraction. Look up videos like this one and see what people are going through and what they have to say about it. But be careful, because some people get on a glorifying their drug like binge. I noticed a lot of the videos, they want to explain how they became an addict, which is fine. But a lot of times when you're already anxious and withdrawing, you don't want to trauma bond with anybody at that point and talk about the dope spots and the dope and how good it used to be and how you used to have so much fun. Nobody wants to hear about that, because that's just glorifying dope. And we know from NA not to do that. So, my advice to you is to do what I'm doing. I've never uploaded a YouTube video in my life. Do I look like I want to be on camera? No. But one addict helping another is, without question, one of the most helpful things you can have when you're withdrawing. A support system. We bond with our drug of choice. And if we find bonds with other people, I know it sounds crazy, and I know being addicts, we've run across people, and you're like, we hate people, right? We're people haters. But really, we lack a lot of strong bonds and a lot of support, and that does hurt you when you're withdrawing if you don't have any support at all. So get on YouTube, make a video, share your story so that other people can hear it. Look at me. Do I look that bad? Yes. But I'm sitting here talking to you. 13 days cold turkey off methadone. It'll go away. And it will get better. And when it does, I'm going to post another video and just tell you how wonderful it is that I feel better. And I've got to keep that in my head, because if I get negative, which that's my go-to, mentally I'm negative Nancy. I always called it realistic Rebecca, but now I know it's negative Nancy. But I'm really trying to be a positive Peggy here, you guys. I really, really am. I look like I feel. Maybe if I go in there and take a hot shower or a cold shower and put some makeup on and get dressed, I might feel better. Probably would. I just have fatigue like hell and don't want to do shit. You have to make yourself. When I tell you I made myself go to work and wait tables, you know how hard that was withdrawing off methadone, day 5, 6, and 7 to go to work and wait on tables and pretend like there's nothing happening to you? Dude, like that shit fucking rocked my world. If I can do that, I can do this. So, what I'm doing now, day 13, is I'm waiting for the chest thumping to go away. I'm waiting for myself to be able to breathe again. Taking deep breaths helps. Meditation helps. There's a book I'm reading called Unfuck Your Brain. That helps. There's another book I read during my 13 days. It was called Dopamine Nation. Really good book. Explains all kinds of things about addiction, not even just to drugs. That we have become a nation of over excess of dopamine. And then we deplete it. And it's a really good book. And it really helped me see what was happening to me physiologically and neurologically. And if you can put an actual reason besides the withdrawal, you know you're off to drugs. But what is happening in your brain? What's happening in your central nervous system, in your limbic system? You're basically stuck in fight or flight. And that's why you're fucking all to pieces. And there are things you can do to combat this. And I've talked about the ones that I'm doing. Dress in layers. Stay super hydrated too, because withdrawal alone dehydrates you. And we're not the healthiest people, addicts. So nutrition is a big deal. Vitamin supplements are a big deal. Staying hydrated is a big deal. If you can go to the doctor and get some type of clonidine or Zofran, that would help you, because clonidine really does help during withdrawal. I would definitely plan it too. I wouldn't cold turkey it like I did. I shouldn't have just left the state and said, oh, I'll be fine. Because that's what I did. I said, fuck it. I'm done with it. And it's been a very rough ride. Very. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. So if you can taper off methadone and then do the withdrawal, much better. Tonight I'm going to a meditation class. It's down the street at some rec center that somebody at my job told me about, because I was talking about trying to meditate, but my mind races so much and I can't hardly breathe from the anxiety in my chest. It's really hard to meditate, but I know that meditating will help me. So I'm going to go to that class tonight. And I've also thought about going to NA a couple times just to get out and talk to people, but I haven't gone yet. So day 13, let's see what happens. Good luck, guys.